Hi folks, I'm Dan,
I'm Tam.
and welcome to the Outpost Dispatch, which is your chance to procrastinate while staying up to date with everything tabletop. This week, me and Tam are going to talk to you about a few interesting things. We're first of all going to talk to you about Gundam Assemble, which is the brand new tabletop miniature game from Bandai. We're also then going to talk to you about Star Wars Unlimited, talk to you a little bit about our Horus Heresy event we had at the weekend, and then we're going to talk to you about Reload. So let's jump in. Tam, if you'd like to start us off talking about Gundam Assemble and what you've heard about it, and then I'll fill in what I know about it, and hopefully we'll give the people at home some sort of idea about what it is and what's going on.
Sure thing. So, Gundam, long-running franchise, finally breaking into the miniatures market. They've been making models for ages, but now you get to play with them in a game. It looks really cool. From what I've seen and read about it, you've got like a 3v3 and a 5v5 format. It's kind of like big mech, small skirmish. Looks very cool. You get to build and paint mini mechs instead of massive mechs.
So we're now getting miniatures.
Minis.
Are they mini-minis or are they mini mechas or what's the... I don't know.
Mecha minis.
Mecha mini? Yeah, mecha minis is cool.
Mecha minis,
Cool. I like that. We're quite a new phrase.
Yeah, it's something I'm quite keen to get into and have a look at. The nearest thing I've seen to it in terms of a sort of tabletop game in the way it looks like it plays is obviously like Battletech, because you've got a similar hex grid and what have you. But I think it's going to play quite differently. I don't think they're just going to... It's not going to be a Gundam Battletech skin.
Yeah, cool. I mean, so what I heard about it, I've been chatting a lot to Mikey from Hellstorm Wargaming because he's well excited about all things Gundam at the moment, including the TCG, which we'll touch on in a second. So I've heard it plays quite similar, more comparably to sort of Halo Flashpoint, but obviously you've got that grid system, so you've got those sort of mechanics of it. But, you know, things such as, like, because it's a grid-based system, like there's no measuring sticks, so they can go. No tape measures, no measuring sticks, you're just counting grid squares. And I've heard that there's going to be like an initiative system for like activation.
Cool.
But that's manipulated by the actions you make result in the further you go down the initiative order. So like if you do a big heavy attack, you're going to activate later in the next round.
Okay.
Like a recovery mechanic, which is really cool.
That's kind of mechanics we're used to from other games with initiative and initiative modifiers like Heresy and Old World and things like that. So it's nice that there's recognisable mechanics that make sense as well. Yeah,
so the release slate thus far, obviously this is subject to change, don't quote us on this, it's not gospel, is October for the first release of the first two starter sets. You've got another wave of stuff coming out in November, allegedly, and then in December for the deluxe sets and things like that. We've got no news on distributors as of yet, so we will keep you posted and release more information as we have it. So there are also early ways to get hold of some of the miniatures. So Bandai are doing collaborations with the Gundam TCG, where you'll be able to get a TCG product which has some of the miniatures in it from the upcoming Gundam Assemble miniatures game. So stay tuned for those, keep your eyes peeled, and we'll try and get some of those in for those of you who are real excited about Gundam.
They do look pretty cool.
They do look really cool. So sticking with, we sort of segued into trading cards there, talking about the Gundam TCG. We will keep with trading cards for now and talk a little bit about Star Wars Unlimited, which is my favourite trading card game, because it's Star Wars. It's also the first trading card game I ever properly played, so there's that sort of bit of bias in there. But yeah, it's currently in its pre-release for Set 7. Is it Set 7? Yeah, Set 7.
Yeah.
Set 7. It's been one of those periods. Lawless Time is Set 7 for Star Wars Unlimited. We had our first pre-release last Friday. We've got another pre-release coming up on Thursday. But Tam and I both spent the evening on Friday playing in the pre-release, which was a lot of fun to get back and play some cards, which was nice. So we wanted to give you our spin on what we think about the set, what decks we built and how they played, and let you know a little bit about what we think about the set. So Tam, I will pass to you first, and you can tell us about what your set was.
So I ran Aura Singh, because she looked cool. And when it comes to a sort of sealed pre-release type thing, my deck building methodology is, that's a cool character. Can I get 30 cards that fit those colours? Yes, cool, go. No overthinking, no meta planning, just, oh yeah, I've got 30 in those colours, let's go. I didn't win a single game, but I had a lot of fun. The new set's really nice. The triple aspect is interesting. Mm-hmm. Like, that's very cool. I did pull a Maul. Very nice. Triple aspect Maul. Didn't get to use him because the only time I got him out, somebody killed him straight away.
Oh. Boom.
But no, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into the set more draft nights. I think draft's going to be really interesting with this set because you're going to be pushed to make a decent deck. I think it's going to be quite interesting. Lots of cool characters, as always. Jabba and Leia in the starter set. Good choices. It's nice. I didn't play the last set. I wasn't interested in the mechanic they introduced. But I've really enjoyed the night we had playing this, and I'm very excited to play more.
Awesome, yeah. I ran Harrison Dula from the Rebels show. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's some of the best Star Wars content ever made. So I ran Harrison Dula, and the reason I did that was because I pulled Hera as one of my leaders. I pulled Ezra, Kanan, Chopper, and Zeb. So I was like, right, at this point,
all the crew.
I'm being spoken to by the card gods here. The interesting thing about Hera's mechanic is that she lets you ignore aspect penalties on heroism cards that you play. So if your card's got heroism and you've got 2 or more cards deployed on the field, Hera lets you ignore, because normally you take a -2 modifier. If you're playing something out of aspect, you have to pay 2 more resources for it, right? Hera ignores that if you've got 2 cards out and the card has heroism. So like the Ghost Crew all synergize off that. So they're all like red, blue, white, or like red, white, green, or whatever. So you can ignore those aspect penalties with Hera, and it makes it so strong when you plopping out Zeb, which is a 5 cost, which should cost me 7, but I'm playing it for 5, and then it's got Sentinel, and everyone else gets raid, and then the synergy was just absolutely flying. My deck building skills aren't what they once were, because I've not played in a very long time, but I was sat across from AJ, and I was like, AJ, how do I do this? And he was like, well, you put these cards here, and you put those cards there, and then you do this, this, and this, and I was like, okay, cool. He's like, what about this? He was like, I think you'll struggle, and I won my first 2 games, 2-0, and I was like, come on, this is going to be great. But then I lost in the final. I think the chap's name was Aiden. I feel really bad if I've got that wrong. But he's a phenomenal player, playing the lady from Andor. Val, yeah. Vel. Yes, he's playing Vel, and he absolutely ran me over with it, and it was fantastic. He's a very good player. Like, well done to him for winning the pre-release. But I was good. But I was happy that I took 2 games. That was really cool. So yeah, I'm really excited to start playing Star Wars again. It's been a hot minute. I'm going straight in building a Hera deck for Eternal format, because it's all the cards they've ever done. It's going to be wicked. So yeah, we've got another pre-release coming up on Thursday. So if you missed this one, or you want to do some sealed pre-release fun, bob down on Thursday, pay on the night, and we should have a great laugh. The next thing I really wanted to touch on really quickly, because I know I talk about heresy all the time, is the fact that this weekend we had a Horus Heresy event run by myself. It was fantastic. We had 46 players. It was a really, really cool weekend. Lots of fun, lots of great armies, lots of shenanigans, missiles blowing up planets and all the nonsense. But the really cool thing that happened was one of our players was called Justin, okay? And Justin is a really lovely chap who was playing Imperial Fist this weekend, but Justin is also an author, and he writes for Black Library, and he wrote the Minkalask books. And because he was in store, he very kindly offered to sign some of these books for us. So if you could just hold the mic for me a sec, Tam. Basically, Justin signed some books, and we thought, with it being a Black Library weekend, we might as well celebrate that fact. And what we have done is we've put a little photo of myself and Justin in the books. It's separately printed, we haven't stuck it in or anything, but Justin has signed some of these copies. So if you are wanting to pick up these books, or you wanting a signed copy, we have some in store. So if you come in store or order these books, you very well might get your hands on a signed copy by the author, which we thought was really, really cool, given that it's Black Library weekend this weekend, and hopefully you'll pick up some really, really cool books. Thank you for holding the mic. And then the last thing we were going to talk about today, through the magic of editing, we will rejoin you in a second to talk about Reload. We're back, and so is the Reload banner. Editing! Tam's going to really quickly run you through the special offer that we've got going on Reload for the rest of March. Over to you.
So, as a special Here's Spring, give us your unwanted minis, we're offering an extra 10% credit on all Reload quotes for the rest of this month.
Fantastic.
Catch it while you can.
Yeah, so if you want to make some room in your pile of shame for some of the upcoming awesome boxes, kits, things that have been shown off, I know there'll be a falchion being added to mine for my heresy pile of shame, which is about to the ceiling at this point, but it might be getting spent on some Star Wars boosters as well. You can get 10% on top of your credit value for Reload this month. Carl is also going on the road with Reload this month for the first time. So Carl will be heading to Crooks and Crossbows con that they've got called Con, which isn't a mouthful at all. But Carl will be there quoting and collecting Reload from you. So if you want to get out and get some stuff traded in, Carl will be at Con. And then the following weekend, Carl will also be at ChillCon. So if you're heading up to ChillCon, please feel free to bring some stuff with you. Carl can quote you on the day and either quote you for cash or credit. Credit, you'll have an extra bonus on top of that, which you can then nip down the road and spend in the store, spend it online, however you want to do it. So extra 10% on Reload for the rest of the month, and Carl will be on the road coming to a con near you, hopefully soon.
Carl Unleashed.
Carl Unleashed. We never thought we'd see the day. So that's pretty much all from me and from Tam. So all there is for us to remind you that if you want more updates from us and the store, stay tuned to socials, the newsletter, Discord, all the things like that. And remember, your hobby lives at the Outpost. Thank you very much.
Bye.
See ya.